Hey, how's it going? Episode 26 of the I1 Practice Podcast presented by Precision Sonar. My name is Donovan. I am here with Joe and Ryan. Joe, Ryan, how's it going?
What's up?
Good.
We are here to talk about Stop 1, Guntersville for the Bassmaster Elite Series. Heck of an event, no scope. And then we are going to talk about Lake Martin with live scope. Let's get into Guntersville. So what was y'all's thoughts on the event?
Great tournament.
It was a great tournament.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, overall, it was a really good tournament. Obviously without the forward facing, probably saw a little bit more rattle traps, a little bit more chatterbaits, that kind of stuff. But, Jamie Hartman was leading after day 3 and he was throwing a minnow.
Friend of the company.
Blind shaking a minnow.
Yeah.
I love it.
We've talked about it. Like, when is that first event going to be won? Just blind shaking a minnow. Like, it's going to happen. And I really thought it was going to happen this week, but
it was the perfect storm. You can't blind shake a minnow in 20 feet.
Sure.
You're not going to go to Champlain and blind shake a minnow in 42 feet of water. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, pretty cool. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of results. Hank Cherry with first with 88 pounds, 11 ounces. Ryan had him for top 10. That is 2 guesses in a row of your top 10 coming in the most top 10 spot you could have, first place.
So I thought of this the other day. We should keep a tally throughout the whole entire year. Like
fantasy fishing?
Kind of,
yeah.
But like
a personal fantasy fishing.
Yes. Yeah. For our top 10 and winter picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in the future, we should do that. That's a great idea.
But I get to keep the first 2 tournaments.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go through, or somebody should go through and make that retroactively. Second place, Stetson Blaylock with 86 pounds, 14 ounces, just shy of 2 pounds off from Hank Cherry. So pretty close tournament. Matt Robertson, third with 85.13. Jamie Hartman, friend of the company with 85.11. And Wes Logan, friend of the company, friend of the program. He's been on here before.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
One time, I believe, with 5th, 82.7. So 2 of our guys, top 5. Congratulations, guys. Keep it up. That was awesome to watch. Very excited to see what you guys do. Long year, though. So,
long year. I think one important thing to note is the locals, the Alabama guys. It obviously was fishing different than what they were used to. Mm-hmm. And they went to do things that they have caught them year after year at the same time. And it was not happening.
I forget who it was. They said it was someone that had, plenty of experience on Guntersville. They said they have never seen so much dead water on Guntersville. There was just a lot of places that didn't have them. And then there was the places that had them. And
they kept coming. And
yeah.
I also want to shout out Brandon Lester, friend of the company, 14th place with 56.13. Pretty cool.
He's just so consistent in Guntersville.
100%. So overall, pretty good event. I want to recap our picks. My top 10, Greg DePalma, just shy of the top 10, 96th place. And Tucker Smith, 78th place. Not great picks. Hand up. Sorry.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. I went into it overconfident, riding the stage 1 of the MLF.
I liked the confidence. So
yeah, that sucked. It ruined the picks. Just did not get it right at all. With my honorable mention, Jordan Lee, 83rd. And Ryan, top 10. We already talked about it. Hank Cherry came in first. Very good pick. Congratulations on that one.
The most top 10 you can get.
The most top 10 you can get.
Mostest.
And your winner, Jason Christie, in 45th.
Made the cut.
Finished in 45th, which got paid.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Joe, well, actually, and your honorable mention, Mike Iconelli, 90th.
Yeah.
Tough. What we can do. Long year. Joe, top 10. Russ Lane, 79th.
Didn't work.
And your winner, Jordan Lee, Jay Lee, 83rd.
Not good.
With your honorable mention, Steve Kennedy, 71st.
Oof.
So I'll be honest.
Brother,
we're down bad.
Bad. Tough way to start the Elite Series.
Down
I got
horrendous.
lucky with the Hank Cherry pick, though.
Very.
Because I was harping on the jerkbait deal and like how the jerkbait was going to be a thing. And that's why Hank Cherry was going to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take him as like a guy that was going to catch him swimming a grub over grass.
Chartreuse grub.
Yeah.
Chartreuse.
Old school.
I've never seen that technique.
That used to be a thing here. You need to ask Menendez about that. Yeah, that's a Menendez deal.
1987.
Yeah.
Shout out Mark Menendez, friend of the company.
Yep.
Getting your plugs in there today.
Hey, it is what it is, right?
I love it.
Got to shout out all the guys. Our weights, I had 106 pounds, 9 ounces. I was over the final weight of 88.11 by 17 pounds and 14 ounces. That was the worst weight of us three. And I went back and listened to our last podcast. I called it. I said I was overconfident. I was going into it very confident because of the MLF event.
You were on house money.
Yeah, and I said I would probably get it wrong. Sure enough, I did. Got it the worst. Joe was second with an overage of 12 pounds, 13 ounces. Ryan over by 2 pounds. Pretty good.
Good pick.
It was looking good. It was looking good going into the last day. I think Jamie had like 67. I was like, he needs 23 and we'll be right there.
And he
was doing it every day.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And like you had mentioned, he had some company on the last day.
Yeah.
Local guys. So
Yep.
that makes it difficult.
And you did call it too. Last episode, you said without scope, weights were going to be lower. And on average, they were.
Yeah.
By quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't know how much of that was scope or cold front. I mean, again,
There were a lot of factors that went into it.
Yeah.
So overall, Joe and I, not off to a great start on the Elite Series. Ryan,
Decent.
yeah, decent.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And just to touch on Guntersville one more time, that place was, a lot of it was, all the pockets were frozen.
Yeah.
The water was cold and they still caught them like that.
I think that's the difference in like a grass fishery.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's that grass warms up quicker or what it does, but I think it just makes those fish a lot more aggressive.
It's a little blanket.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
they're wearing a little blanket.
Just tuck into that eelgrass.
Hold on.
So that kind of transitions into what I want to talk about with Lake Martin. Do you guys have anything else to talk about on Guntersville?
No. Good tournament.
Overall, good tournament.
Yep.
Lake Martin, this is the first scoping tournament. Last week, at the time of us recording, it was 37 degrees here. And currently it is 62 degrees and extremely sunny. I can imagine they're probably in the same boat down there.
It's going to be 70s all week there.
Yeah. So,
Lows in the low 40s.
and I looked it up from the spot that Bassmaster has from where they launch at Guntersville and where they launch at Martin. It is almost exactly a 3-hour drive south. So they're kind of in the same territory. They're basically in the same territory.
Mm-hmm. Two completely different lakes, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something that I was talking about with Joe earlier, because I went back and looked at like the history of all the weights from Bassmaster and on MLF side. And I was like, has it always been just like an extremely tough fishery? And Joe said, what did you say?
If you catch 12.5 pounds a day,
That's
doing pretty
solid. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. I do think, and I don't know if this is going to be a hot take, but I want to say this and get it on the record. I would much rather see a scoping tournament at somewhere like Guntersville and have a no scope tournament here where it's harder to catch. Because I feel like then you really get a true sense of like, well, if it's tough anyway, let's take away the element and the factors that would help and just see who gets it in the nitty gritty.
I see what you're saying. Watching people fish without catching fish is really boring to me.
You've said that before, but even if you just look at the weights, I think you're going to see a lot of differences there, especially.
Yeah. I don't know that, like, I don't know a whole bunch about Lake Martin, but I don't think numbers is really going to be a big deal. Like, I think they'll be able to catch. There'll be a lot of limits,
Right.
but there'll be a lot of like 9-pound limits.
Mm.
Just 1.8, 1.9 spots.
Yeah.
Like there's a ton of spotted bass in there.
Sure. So let's go ahead and get into our picks. Let's start with our top 10s. Joe, top 10.
I'm gonna go with Rob G.
Rob G.
Rob G. Very interesting. Why Rob G?
Good scoper. He's close to there.
Yeah.
He's very comfortable on linear. It'll fish kind of similar. So it's in his wheelhouse.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Ryan, top 10?
David Mullins.
Oh man.
So my theory behind that, Joe's talking about scoping because we're talking about a scope tournament. I don't know. Like, there will be guys in the top 10 that are primarily scoping.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way that this tournament is setting up after a huge cold front
I know exactly what you're going to say.
with a warming trend, they're going to be catching on a crankbait. Your DT6, your Fritz side, your cold water crankbaits are going to be a player. The last time the elites were there in 2018, Takahiro won throwing a square bill. And I remember, which that was pre-scope, but like guys were doing the Demiki rig deal and all that still. And like there's a lot of big largemouth caught. And I think that's what it's going to take to do well in the tournament is catching a big largemouth.
Right. Very interesting. For my top 10, I have Wesley Gore. He is from Clanton, Alabama, which is about 1 hour west of Lake Martin. So you could almost count this as a hometown advantage. I would argue that he's probably fished that quite a bit. Obviously, I haven't asked him, but an hour away.
He's got some time there.
Yeah, you got to imagine he's been there a time or two. And also, since joining the Elite Series in 2024, he has fished 3 Alabama lakes. Obviously, Guntersville last week. His 62nd place finish was his worst finish on an Alabama fishery. And then in 2024, Smith Lake 33rd, 2024 Wheeler Lake 7th, which was his best finish. I think he matches that this year with a top 10. For my winner, I have Trey McKinney. He finished 9th last week, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
9th on a no scope tourney. And I got to tell you, the comments on Facebook were awesome. They were great.
Internet gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. All the people who were saying he can't catch it, he is going to have neck and back problems from looking at scope all the time.
They're correct about that.
Well, probably.
The good thing is with him, he
caught him.
doesn't
Yeah.
have to look as far as some people. He's a little vertically challenged, I guess you could say.
Nice. He caught him last week with no scope. Obviously, a top 10 finish can't beat that. I think he gets it done. It's the first tournament of the year with a scope. I think he excels pretty good this week. Ryan, who you got for your winner?
So I'll give you my winner in just a second, but I did some homework on this and I forgot to say this about Mullins. So Mullins fished the 2018 Elite Series event and got 44th place. So made the cut. I think he's gone a lot further with his fishing career since then. But when I was looking at previous results, I looked at the 2018 Elite Series tournament. Out of the 110 guys that fished that tournament, guess how many are still on the Elite Series?
28.
Oh, I'll
You
say.
looked at my paper, didn't you?
Swear
Is it 28? I was going to say 23.
28
What do
out
I
of
get?
110.
What do I win?
Wow. A prize?
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk about it afterwards.
There was 9 current elites that were in that top 50, one of them being Mullins.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty neat. Like,
That is interesting.
I
That's
kind of
pretty
figured
cool.
there'd be a few more
I
left over.
just thought everybody knew it was 28.
Yeah,
So
just common knowledge.
Wow.
Yeah. So kind of cool. That also led into my David Mullins pick. But my winner pick, Will Davis.
Will Davis.
the junior.
Yep.
Love
He's a winner. He's a local. He's probably 20 minutes up the road. He's won there before. He's won Elite Series tournaments before. I think he gets it done. And I think he's a guy that kind of mixes in scope, but also mixes in that shallow deal and can go later in the afternoon, run up on the right stretch to catch a big largemouth.
Now, when you say he's a local to that area, right? Or is he local to us?
No, local to that area.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
I wanted to clarify that. And then, Joe, who do you have your winner as?
Tucker Smith.
That was my pick, and then I erased it and went to Will Davis.
I wish he would have won last week, but that's okay. We don't all win them. Why Tucker Smith?
Just again, like G, it sets up good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna scope, and he can still pick up crankbait and square bill or whatever and get on the bank,
Right.
flat side, whatever. It's a great crankbait lake. It's
That's a great
steep
pick,
banks,
too.
like it's just that Highland type stuff.
I can see him getting it done. Honestly, I didn't want to be repetitive in my picks because I was initially going to pick him in my top 10, but I ended up going with Wesley Gore. So I think that's a fantastic pick. Ryan, what do you have as your final weight?
Did you give us your winner?
Yeah.
Who was your winner?
Trey McKinney.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's right. Winning weight, 58.2.
Okay. 58.2.
Did you pick 100 pounds again?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oops. My winning weight's 97.18. Joe, what do you have as your winning weight?
63.4.
63.4. I'm actually on the short side of stuff here.
Well, you are a little bit shorter than we are.
Stop. We're not going to talk about that. We're all sitting. We're all the same height sitting.
That's right.
I initially had it at 57.7, and then I started looking at all of the weights, like I said previously, and I adjusted it. Right now, I have it sitting at 54.1, so a little shy of Ryan's by about 4 pounds.
So I did a little bit of homework there on the weights too. So there was a January BFL this year.
Mm-hmm.
Took 13.15 to win.
Yep.
Locals. So basically 14 pounds.
3 hours of scope.
3 hours of scope. Last year, unlimited scope, February 1st, beginning of February, took 13.13 to win in the BFL. 2 years ago, that BFL was February 24th, end of the month. I didn't look up the weather, may have been a warming trend, something like that. Took 16.12 to win. So I think there will be like some decent bags, like in that 16 pound range.
It'll be higher than
But
average.
They're not going to be able to do that, I don't think, 4 days in a row.
No, I think with my weight, I think I've got them exactly at almost 13.5 pounds per day. So I feel like that's pretty good. What went into your decision for 63.4?
Just the weights. I just averaged a weight and thought that's what they could catch every day. With scope, they haven't been there in 7 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Don't really know.
Those guys have gotten so much better.
Yeah.
They're the best, right? So
Yeah.
they're gonna catch him on a scope.
I can
Absolutely.
see a guy like Taku doing well too.
Sure.
Mhm. I wanted to keep this trend going because I thought it was fun last week. Honorable mentions. Didn't know if you guys had one or not. If anybody wants to throw one out.
Go for it.
Well, you initially started it last week.
So I had kind of two. Tucker Smith, like I said, I almost picked him to win. But Stetson Blaylock, I'm calling it right now on this podcast. Stetson Blaylock wins Angler of the Year this year.
Okay.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Write it down. If you look back at all the Angler of the Years, generally like that first tournament, it's someone that made the top 10. Like they have to be so consistent and so high up there. It's generally someone right there, started the season off good, got the momentum going. And I think Stetson Blaylock gets it done. I think he's another guy that could make a top 10 or even win.
Absolutely.
This week.
And if they go dirt shallow, I mean, just get up there and start swimming around.
Yeah.
He's really good at that.
Yep.
100%. Joe, do you have one or do you want me to give you a second? I'll give you a second.
Walters.
Patty.
Patrick Walters.
I almost took him, but yeah.
Great.
He's
honorable
dangerous.
pick. Absolutely. I decided my honorable mention would be Bo Browning, friend of the company.
Friend of the company.
He needs
Ken
to
put in the
bounce back.
shout outs.
Yeah, I love it.
Chatterbait guy.
I think he'll have a good tournament this time around. And I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for all of our guys, obviously. But I think that just about does it for our coverage on Lake Martin, unless you guys have something else to add.
All depending on water temp. The spinnerbait could really play in this one.
Absolutely. I remember Roy Hawk. Maybe he came in like second or third in that 2018, and he was catching a bunch of them on spinnerbait. I could definitely see it. And watercolor, water temp, like all that kind of stuff is really going to make a big difference.
I mean, God, you got a guy like Christie.
Yeah.
He gets on the right stretch or the right bank, and he loves to throw that 1 ounce.
Yeah.
That big thumper blade.
Yeah.
And that sets up well for him if they want to play like that. But yeah,
The spinnerbait he likes to throw is generally too big for there. I feel like it's the same size as the fish.
That's a fact.
Let me ask you this, because both of you really have an extensive knowledge of what these guys are throwing, and you make all these references to the baits that they've thrown 35 years ago. And how do you guys know that if you don't like watching?
We're
fishing?
nerds. Study the game. I mean, like, you can look at an article and see the baits that were in the top 10.
Yeah, but like
and
you
also,
said before,
we know how lakes set up too, and like know time of the year and that kind of stuff.
So really, it just is like you just put in the work to just know all that. Like, it just takes time to read.
Time.
Yeah.
You just seen it so many times.
Yeah. And Joe, you've had a lot of time.
Because I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hank Cherry, he's on a heater. He could put that jerkbait in his hand and just go to work.
I thought you were going to go with the grub. No. Let the grub win out.
Let the grub eat.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I've got. You guys have anything else?
I'm good.
Nope, we're good.
Perfect.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So wherever you're watching this or listening to this, like, subscribe, do all the social stuff. Episode 26, good episode. And we will see you. Some of us will see you next episode. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.